Okay, so happy Sunday to y'all. Hope y'all are doing well and having a glorious, I guess you could say, weekend. I'm not playing with the title of this. I'm not being facetious. Yes, I was sexually assaulted today, and it was at the damn gym. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm not gonna, I guess, draw it out or whatever, drag it out. So what's up? Sure on the beat, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. And the reason why I'm doing this live is because people feel that men cannot be sexually assaulted, and I kind of feel like I know how Terry Crews felt. What's up, Detached? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. So I kind of feel like I know how Terry Crews felt. So let me set the stage for y'all today. So I'm at the gym playing basketball. Everything's cool. What's up, Cheryl the Spoiler Burnett? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Um, Everything's cool. Playing about 2 games in. Everything's fine with the normal guys I play with. Now, the make sure the guys I play with at that time of day on a Sunday, they are of different ethnicities. Just to leave it at that. All right, they are of different ethnicities. So here comes this older white guy. I ain't never seen him. I ain't never seen him before. I ain't never seen him before. I know faces. I ain't never seen you before. I actually, so y'all can understand what he looked like. He looked like that man from I put it up. Dos Equis beer. He looked like him, but the hair is a little bit like blondier, yellowish, dirty yellow. Um, hold on. What's up, Black Strawberry Apple? How you doing? So his hair was like he looked like that. He looked like that, but maybe even older, right? Whatever, right? So he come in, he can shoot a little bit, but he. Let me tell y'all something, and this is the key thing. He older. He older. I'm gonna keep stressing the point that he older. Okay, so somehow, some way, we get matched up against each other, right? And his team playing against my team. So I go for a rebound. So he's in front of me. Now the ball now sure you know this. The ball is up on a rebound, is up. There's no reason why your hands should be down. So as he's in front of me, right, and I'm behind him, I feel him grab my dick, my penis. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, I'm like, okay, maybe there was just an accident to the point like I backed up. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, oh, the hell the fuck no. So I'm just thinking, okay, this is, it's accident. Sometimes, people hands accidentally hit other, people in the male area. So I'm like, what? It's just stuff is moving. I'm processing the rebound, positioning, maybe he was trying to do it and accidentally did it. So then it's another situation where he's in front of me, the ball missed, go and get the rebound. Your hand's supposed to be up. He grabbed my dick again. And I'm like, oh, you fucking joking me. Right? Now, mind you, there's no negative banter, there's no hostility. This motherfucker he grabbing my dick. So pretty much as I would go get the rebound, he would be in front of me. And it's so listen, this is the fucked up part about it. It's so smooth and it's so subtle. And I'm gonna tell you why I say it's so smooth and it's so subtle. That if you were like, you wouldn't even know that he did nothing to me. Like you just think he be boxing me out. And he did it again, and I backed up. And at that time, I went through a whole bunch of emotions. Like, let me just tell you, if it was a YN or it had been a younger white dude, that motherfucker would have caught an elbow to the motherfucking head. And then something just caught me like, yo, just chill. Because at that point, I was about to see, yo, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? But the way he did it, everybody would have thought I was crazy. because he reaching like in the back of him, ain't nobody seeing. You can't see. I'm like, this place got cameras, but the cameras ain't that. I don't know how good the cameras are. I see the cameras, but they're clear. Probably if we got to that situation, they could have saw. But once again, this motherfucker is old as hell. And it was so much emotions that was in me. It was like, should I jack this motherfucker up? Because that's what I would have. Look, I'm a big ass dude. So I can't react on every situation with anger. I can't. So me putting my hands on, I don't know how old he was, 67, I don't know. Oh, motherfucker was old. On a motherfucker like him and jacking him up to the bleachers or bopping him across his head would have only done me a disservice, right? Because now we gotta, if he want to take it there, we gotta call the cops. People gonna be breaking us up. They gonna be looking at the film. It ain't gonna be a good look. A big ass young black man beating up on a older old white dude who looked like this in the picture, except his hair was dirty blonde. And I was like, that shit, like it changed me. Like it changed me emotionally. Like I didn't want to play no more. I say it was nothing I could do. And then what fucked up about it was he was just acting like it was nothing normal. So I'm like, is this something that they did early in the 1940s or some shit? When they played basketball, they would grab another dude's dick or some shit to gain a competitive. And I know there's dirty players, right? But that was the only time he would do it. And I'm like, you grabbing my dick, bro. I'm just like, I'm still trying to process that shit. I'm still trying to process that shit. Like you intentionally tried to grab my dick and you did twice. And if I had knocked you the fuck out, then I would have been wrong. Aesthetically, I would have been wrong. Aesthetically. Like Terry Crews, when he was at that party, that man grabbed his junk. Aesthetically, Terry Crews would have been wrong, right? Because nobody saw what happened before that. And now who want to deal with the cops and all that shit? Even though I may have been exonerated based on the footage, I can't tell I don't know what the angle would have been, right? They may have just seen, him in front of me and couldn't tell that he grabbed my dick. And then they would have maybe hauled me off. And I'm like, yo, I just now let me tell you something. If it had been another younger white man or whatever, whoever, black or whoever, they would have been jacked up in the motherfucking bleachers. And I would have told him, don't do that shit. But with his ass, who would have believed this old ass white man grabbing a young black dude's dick? It's just it bothered me, bro. It bothered me because I was like, and then I told the other black dude, I was like, yo, you know that motherfucker grabbed my dick? But as a man, it's hard to it's hard for another man to really understand that unless that shit happened. Right? Like unless we teammates in real life, not like pickup ball, or we brothers. That's the only way somebody like will really be down for you, like to come and be like, "Yo, what the fuck is that shit?" But still again, it will be younger up there harassing an older man. That's the opposite of the situation was gonna look, man. It's just so fucked up, and I just saw like you know what I mean? Of course, what that motherfucker gonna say? Like dog, it was just so weird. Like I just knew that's the first time I ever been in a no-win situation. The other time when I was about to knock that motherfucker Taliban head, man. Y'all remember back in the day when I was livid, when that Taliban man head, man, that man who looked like he was a Taliban man, I was about to knock his head off, right? Because he was being motherfucking respectful. But I couldn't take that same approach with this man here because he old as hell. And everybody gonna believe him. And they gonna say, oh, the black guy angry. The black guy is angry. He's angry today. He's angry. That's what they gonna say. Could it be like how this old ass white man do anything to hurt him? See what I'm saying? And I don't know how. Like I just don't know how I kept my composure there. I think God was with me because I'm just like, this is a no-win situation for me. If I get angry at that dude, everybody gonna think it's me like losing my cool. But that like if I wonder what happened if I would have grabbed his dick. See, he probably would have want that. You know what I mean? But I'm not thinking that way. I'm not thinking, oh, you know what I mean? I mean, like, just keep your hands off me, bro. Like, when your hands don't have no business down in that and he did it twice. And like I said, the first time I thought it was a motherfucking accident. I really did, because like I said, when you play sports, sometimes your hand wind up in places they ain't supposed to be accidentally. But when he came back the second time in the same position, I say, "Oh, you a slick, you a pervert. Go grab it." So I don't know, y'all. I was just like, but in my mind, my natural defense was to just throw my elbow in the back of his motherfucking head. But someone said, "Don't do that because they only gonna see what you did. They're not gonna see what he did because he was so slick with it. He was so sly. Like he was like I said, I don't know. I ain't never been around no people that grab dudes' dicks back in the day. You know how them old school basketball players they played a certain way, but I ain't never seen them do that shit like that. I know they do, but they don't do it twice. Like, I mean, what did he want me to do? Did he want me to break his motherfucking arm? But the thing was, he didn't say nothing. Like he didn't say nothing. Slick, like you know, he didn't have the actions that would precede an action like that. He said, "Oh, hey, Big Daddy," or some crazy ass shit like that that would let me know what time he on. But I'm not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because he violated me. For me to sit up here and say, "Oh, why he did it," or was this something he learned back in the day, motherfucker? This is 2025. That 1970 shit to get you killed out here for real. And I'm like, why you trying me? But thank God, maybe he did try me because he would have maybe wound up dead today. I don't know because if he did it to somebody else, they probably would have, I don't know, beat his ass to a motherfucking pulp. I don't know. I don't know. But it's just like it's just not fair though. It's just not fair. And I'm not coming against the women, but if he touched a woman like that, that woman can immediately go to the cops, immediately go. But me as a black man getting violated like that, I ain't got no recourse. And the only recourse I have will probably wind up me up in jail or at least in the holding cell for questioning. But let alone that's gonna sit up there and have me with a history of being booked and arrested, right? If the cops would even want to take the time to look at the film. That's I don't know. So that's what I got. That's what I wanted to share with y'all. I hope nobody don't go through that because I ain't never felt that weak in my life. I ain't never felt hopeless. Like I always had some recourse, whether it be my mouth to say something like back. "Hey, you better stop that shit, motherfucker. Because next time you do, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass." But then if I said that to him, they would think I'm all crazy. And then if I did start molly whopping his ass and throw him into the motherfucking bleachers, then we would really have an issue, right? So the only thing, like I said, the greatest thing a man has is his independence and his freedom. And I wasn't gonna let some pervert who probably want to touch some black peen and can't have no access to it try to fuck up my life. That was just fucked up. I don't know. It just be weird because you just don't know who is who and all this other shit. And then like even though I was in the right, who wants to say maybe he wants to take us till civilly, right? Now you get caught up in civil court because he hurt some, he's gotten some physical injuries because you mollywopped his ass. I just don't know. That took a lot for me. The good thing about that wasn't somebody I normally ball with. That's the only positive. This is some random that I don't know who child. Anyway, let me see what y'all saying, y'all. Dimples, what you mean this has happened before? No, it happened today. He grabbed twice. Once I thought it was an accident, and the other time he did it again, and I just wanted to like beat his ass. But I'm like, if I beat this old man ass, I'm gonna be looking like the wrong one. And I ain't trying to be caught up in no damn jail. So I mean, no. Mm-mm. Cheryl the spoiler Burnett says he was trying to see what you was going to do. I don't know, Cheryl. It was just I don't know. Cheryl, it's so complicated. I don't know what I'm gonna do the next time I see him. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Like I really feel Cheryl. If he tries that shit one more, if he tries that shit again, I just could probably say, I'll probably scream and yell, "Look, motherfucker, you got one more time to do that shit, or it's about to get real up in here." And I'm gonna say it so loud that everybody on the court knows what's about to motherfucking come. And then if he do it again, I'm gonna grab his ass and throw him to the floor. That's how I'm gonna handle that situation. I already got a plan how I'm gonna handle it. I'm gonna give him a warning. So we set the stage. So they need to get a witness account. They know the fuck happened. And then I'm gonna throw his ass to the fucking floor. Right? And I'm gonna just say, "Oh, I was boxing out." Cause I don't. That was just dog. You squeezing my dick. You reaching for my dick on purpose. It ain't no ball. It's balls down there, but it ain't no ball that you looking for down there. Like I ain't never been touched like that in that kind of manner. All the time I play basketball, ain't no person did that shit to me. The only time I seen some crazy ass shit like that when we was in middle school and them dudes were running around punching each other in the balls because they trying to comp a field. But they never did that shit to me. I'm like, when was the last time I ever seen some shit like that? And I had to think deep. I had to go back to fucking middle school, bro. High school, bro. When guys were going around punching these little balls. That's it. But I'm like, damn, like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. CJ says he been getting away with that move. I guess. Is it a move? Is it a move? You don't know me. I don't know him. And he ain't never seen me, and I never seen him. So what we trying to do? What we trying to do? See how black and blue you can go home today? Child, what's up, Rico? Rico, get your perverted ass on somewhere. Was your Lady Dimples? I don't know. My print be showing all the time. My print be showing all the time. The ladies in the gym be looking at it. I had to get one lady straight. Well, I didn't get a lady straight. She was sitting down on the machine and I was walking and she's staring at it. And I'm like, what the hell is she looking at? And I had to look down and I had to readjust myself. But now I gotta worry about what's protruding from my sweatpants, and I wear black sweatpants. I don't wear no gray sweatpants because I ain't trying to send no. I ain't trying to give no soloettes. I ain't trying to give y'all no gray soloettes. But damn, ain't that part of being a man? Like, what y'all want me to run out here with panties to hide my print? Fuck no, I ain't running around with no damn panties on. I'm gonna wear the underwear that I wear. Now, if you ain't got the discipline to control your ass, then that's on you. Wear some motherfucking sunglasses, some shit. Now I gotta be worried about how my print looking, if it's to the left, to the front, or to the center, and what kind of underwear I'm on wearing. What? Yeah, the lady was staring not straight at it. I'm like, damn, do I have a stain on my pants? I had to look down. It was protruding a little bit, but that's what it's supposed to do. I ain't got no micro peeing like Jay Wilson. Like, what the hell? So, anyway, CJ says, we're good talking about it because talking about it because it's been happening. But it's been happening. But listen, from a 70-year-old, I ain't wearing no damn compression shorts. I wear boxer briefs. That's compressed enough. I ain't gonna be compressing shit. No, I have self control. I should have, my champion. I mean Chapman. I should have, but I was just listen, my champion. It was so subtle. Like they would have me. Listen, if he had grabbed somebody else and they started screaming, I would have been like, bro, you crazy? You all right? You all right? You okay? That's how subtle it was. Like, ugh. But I hear you, my champion. Mm-mm. Girl, Dimples, you've been broke back mountain and trash and wherever you live. That's how you know so much about it. He ain't got what you got. I guess, sure. I guess he wanted to sit up there and see. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm no. We not gonna sit up here and try to make me feel bad for my anatomy. Okay, no. All right, we are not gonna sit up there and try to make somebody feel bad for that. And I wear underwear. I wear compressed underwear. I'm not out here wearing no boxes and all that. Someone else could have reported him, and had you reported, it would have been on record for future. I'll think about that next time. But when you first had that, when that shit happens to you, you just don't believe that it's happening. You think it's a dream. You think it's a dream. Cheryl says Trump got these people crazy think they could do what they want, but they're about to find out. That motherfucker was about to sit up there and be another step in the stand today. Go ahead and give me some advice, Lady Dimple, since you balance between both worlds. Oh Lord. Let me see. All right, let me see what y'all saying. It is pitiful, the tax. It's pitiful. I'm bewildered, dog. Like I am bewildered. Like I wonder if we could I wonder if I could go back and get that footage for today. I just said, can I see what happened between such and such a time today and such a time? I just anyway. What's up, Miss? Why do you say your name? Miss Valkyrie 813. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Call him to the. Nah, that's the worst thing. And I'm gonna tell you why that's the worst thing. People lie. People lie about what happened. People lie about what happened and what you said. I never ever talk to people one on one to the side. I never do that because I've just seen people lie about what actually was discussed. I learned my lesson about that. Unless you, that's why you gotta do it loud in front of everybody, so there are many witnesses. Next on mess, some man on the screen that looked like this grabbed my dick on the court twice today. Twice. So I feel like Terry Crews at the moment. I'm traumatized. I feel um less than empowered. I don't know. I just feel less than empowered. Just stay out of sweatpants. No, it don't matter. It don't matter. A shorts cost the same. Listen, y'all. Listen. Okay. I'm not Jay Wilson. Okay. I'm not Jay Wilson. So certain things are going to show certain way. And why should I be ashamed if I'm not running around here like I got a King Kong dingaling? Don't get that twisted. Okay. But certain things may show. Now y'all gonna make me feel bad because I have a certain part of my anatomy. That's like saying, ooh, a lady should hide her breasts. Lady should sit up there and compress her breasts and be flat chested. That is what that sounds like to me. That no, your pleasure. A jock strap will make it even more pronounced. And I never understood jock straps. You got a big ass hole at the back. What is that? Who made that? I mean, are you supposed to put underwear on top of underwear? And I understand what you're saying, jock strap to, I guess, to protect his touchy feely hands from my dingling. I don't know. I don't. Maybe next time I should wear a dick spike, right? So anybody that sit up there and try to touch me get stuck in their hand. Is that where we going? That where I not gotta wear a dick spike on my dick because people are touching it? Who shouldn't be touching it? Is that where we going today? A dick spike? And I appreciate your suggestion, your pleasure, but jock straps, I never understood the back of it. Your whole ass is out. What happens if you have a bad meal? Now you're gonna have doodle droppers in the back of your uniform, on the back of your uniform shorts. When I see them football players, I said they won accident from embarrassment. They won fart from embarrassment. What happened if it's a sloppy fart? Then it's gonna be on the back of that damn uniform. Go watch a football game now, and they all up there in jock straps, and they just cracking all, and they just one fart away from being embarrassed on national TV. Don't let them go to Taco Bell before the game and have a chalupa or some of that badass meat, and they fart and that shit sit up there and get on. the back of their pants or the back of their, and he's running around with doo-doo stains for the whole national televised world to see. Oh hell no, you're not gonna get me like that. I don't even know what the purpose of that was to have the booty all out. I don't understand that. No, he did not grab with both hands. He grabbed with one hand. He grabbed with one hand. Excuse me, child. What's up, Heavy Bear? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. At least he's what? At least he ain't sticking. He ain't had no. Listen, what? Who thinking like that, Heavy Bear? At least he didn't stick his. This is not the Three Stooges. We playing basketball, child. Then he really would have got messed up, sticking booties and people. Oh Lord. Send Dimples his address. He would be happy to take care of him. Miss, I can't say your name, but Miss VK can wear what he want. Okay, ooh, child. VK, he has to come. He has to be aware that he could possibly get knocked out. Is he aware of what he's doing? I don't know. I don't know what his intention was, Miss VK. To be honest, I really don't. And to do that in the area in which she was doing it, when it was, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if God put that on me because he knew maybe I could handle that because anybody else would knock him the fuck out. I don't know. I don't know. So Diva D said, "What's up, Diva? Not an old man trying to jingle yo, but I don't. Yeah, Diva D. It was blatant as fuck. He knew where to reach and he reached twice. The first time I thought it was an accident. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, whoa, what are we doing here? And the second time he go back there and reach again. I'm like, oh, fuck no. And then I was about to push his ass, but then I would look like the bad one, right? I don't know. It was weird, but his conversation was as like whatever, like you know what I mean? Like, oh, he don't. I don't know. And I was just flabbergasted. I'm like, what the fuck are you? I should have said, what the fuck are you doing? I don't. I don't know. And then when I run around, this motherfucker gay. This motherfucker gay. Watch your dicks. Watch your dicks. Hide your dicks. Hide your balls. What like, what are you saying in that situation? Everybody gonna be looking at you. Dude, who is he on acid? What did he get a bad batch of weed? What's wrong with him? You know? And like I said, it was in select moments he would do it. It was just weird. It was just weird. It wasn't like it was on every possession. It was always doing a rebound. And he only did it twice. And I just like, I don't know. I don't know. I hope I ain't never be in that situation again. And I hope I never see his ass again. Miss V. Carey says his brain ain't functioning because he would not put his ass in a situation. I don't know. Miss V. Carey, people are from certain periods of time in life, and that's how they used to do it. Maybe their coach taught them that. I don't know. Their pedophilia coach taught them that bullshit. I don't know. But I was just like, this motherfucker, y'all should have felt the rage in my body, how I normally would have reacted. But I'm like, if I beat this old motherfucking man up, no matter I'm right or wrong, it's still not gonna look right. It ain't gonna look right. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna look right. You know? It's not. It's like Dimples beating up Tim Blaine. That's not gonna look right. It's not gonna look right, right? In all aspects, that's not gonna look right. If Dimples beating up Tim Blaine, right? Just picture that Dimples beating up Tim Blaine. That's just not gonna look right, you know. So yeah. It's just all opposites of the situation. And then let's say that's the perfect complexion for protection, right? So he called the police. Here, my big ass dressed all in black, unless I abscond and leave the area, which makes me look more guilty. I run, I leave, or if I stay there, they gonna look just on GP. Oh, you beat him. Oh, that's well, no, well, he could not. He couldn't hurt you. He couldn't hurt you. You're so big and strong that yeah, he couldn't even touch you. Even if he did touch you, you know what I mean? Now you get into that kind of motherfucking debate. Or either way, they said, "Oh well, sir, we need to detain you. We need to take you down there for further questioning. You need to come with us." Oh, no. You could have said, "Excuse me," and bring, girl. You could have said no. He would, and you know what he would have done? What? What I'm doing? I didn't do anything. Guy, get out of here. You're hallucinating. You're hallucinating. I didn't touch you down there. What are you talking about? Get out of here. So that he would have done something like that. Get out of here. What are you talking about? Me grab your dick? Get out of here. You're crazy. You're just over exaggerating. That's what he would have done. I know that's what he would have done. It would be like, yeah, man, I caught the feel. Yeah, I wanted to see what you working with. Right? So yeah, so that's what I got to say, y'all. So that's what I went through. All right. So now that's all I gotta say. I think I beat that. I'm still going through it, but life is life. You know what I mean? Like life is life. So if it was anybody else, there would have been a situation. I thank God that He gave me the emotional intelligence and restraints to just hold through so that I could be here with y'all doing this live. All right. Now we're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk briefly about some stuff that's going on the YouTube streets, and I'm gonna get my ass up on out of here. I'm gonna listen for the people who are my platinum chat after this live. I owe y'all a Zoom, so I'm gonna jump on over there, talk to y'all for a couple of minutes, and then I got to go because I'm still gotta decompress from this shit. Like, ain't nobody ever grabbed my dick that I never wanted to grab my dick. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like when Trump said when he said grab him by the ussy, that woman should have just smacked his ass, right? You know what I mean? Like who do that? Who do that? Anyway, DVD says you could have elbowed him so hard that he slid across the room at at this where you didn't mean it. Listen, DVD, he was DVD. He was in front of me. I was in back of him. He gonna as we going for the rebound. He gonna have one hand up, then reach around with the other hand, and grab my dick. So at the second time, I really thought about busting his head open, his cranium with my elbow. I surely did. But something came over me and said, don't do it. It's not going to look right. It's not going to look right. It's just going to look like you bust him in the head with your elbow. So, yeah. But I definitely did think about, but it was either going to be a hard ass shove, and with his feeble ass, he probably going to have a spinal issue if I did that. So I ain't got that kind of time. Peace is paramount. So, all right, y'all. We're gonna go to a brief commercial, real quick. Let me take this ugly ass man off my page, because he causing me PTSD. Hold on. Whew. All right, we'll be right back. We gonna play our SK song, and we'll be right back. There's a couple of things I need to talk about real quick that I'm seeing that I don't like. All right, we'll be right back, y'all. Ooh, child.
SK. 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 Came in the game as an avatar. Laid a movement that took us to the stars. And not to Vegas where it is full of bars and fake stars. They are mad because we shook the table and made people disconnect the cable. The crazy thing is the more we innate with they hate, the more they hate. Why they hate, we congratulate and educate. Because the word is too great for hating. That is something they will never be able to conquer pain. But let me say it again. We let a movement that shook the table and had people disconnect the cable. We put pins in people's hands so they could make real life plans. We made merch that had you looking fly at church. We called town highs, especially when we were appalled. Who you know can do it all and still stand tall like Obama on a presidential call. SK, SK, SK. Let me say it again. We let a movement that shook the table and had people disconnect the cable. SK, SK. We let a movement that shook the table and had people disconnect the cable. We put pins in people's hands so they could make real life plans. We made merch that had you looking fly at church. Avatar Nation, always and forever.
All right, so we back. Let's just a couple things I want to talk about real quick. Let's talk about Jay Wilson. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I take this banner off. Why was Jay Wilson acting all spook? He ran around town talking, ooh, all these people in front of the store, all these people in front of the store. I'm like, so you scared to get out? And this is what Jay Wilson does when he's in unfamiliar territory. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing okay over there? All right, yeah, we just getting back in town. Yeah, we going. Jay Wilson do that same thing, trying to pacify when he is in unfamiliar territory. I'm like, bro, you just can't walk in smooth based on merit alone. Just let it do what it do. And then there's when there's people intimidate. I mean, you get intimidated by a large crowd sitting in front of a store. That's when you just don't need to go. Talk about the Wawa, whatever that shit was, the Wawa. Anyway, so I guess he was traveling, seeing family. Mm, whatever. But something's going on. He ain't that body. That I don't know. Tim Blaine was over there saying he got titties like a gorilla, and he got still got a big old gut. I was like, I don't know. I said I wasn't looking that hard, but anyway, it is what it is. What's the other Lemon? I mean, they say he got his channel back, but like I said, Lemon don't understand. Lemon don't understand what's about to unfold for him. Not that I have any, behind the scenes information or anything. I just feel like you've made a long list of enemies and you unapologetic about it. Like you just not contrite. And the sad part about it is that you really think that you're like the star in this TV and that has the protection of networks and stuff. But that's the thing, you don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. But anyway. What's the other? Oh, this rotation of this new this listen. That was this what was it? Audio pulp and that girl and that woman. I'm like, really? Is this what we doing now? Like we just inserting people into stuff. It reminded me like of a filler episode of a show that we got going in. They do a filler episode that you won't even remember. And where did audio pump come from? So now he's going to be insert. Like it's just weird how people are just being brought in and thinking that they're going to be given a stage and stuff. It's just like, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, that's the problem. The people that they are inviting over into these spaces do not have no talent. They have no talent. They don't. And I had to think about all the people who've been introduced over here. They have no, and they try to maintain and they try to sustain it, but it doesn't work because they have no talent. Like, think about it. The people who you could say they're the OGs, they had some talent. Either they could sing or they were quick with it on their feet, or they could dance, or they were creative. They had some talent to them. These people don't. They're just professional yappers. That's all they do. They're professional, and that's why you think you can sit. They can sit over there in a panel and have the spotlight sometimes. But when does that translate over onto their page? No, because they have no talent. Like they don't know what it takes to move an audience. They don't know how to create shit to have form a connection with the audience. They just think that that's going to translate over to their page. Like it's just really interesting. And there's one person who had to do a whole revamp of how they came in over here, and now people seems to be in love with them. But I'm like, I see, like I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's just weird. It's just a weird. It's just weird. It's just weird. And as I was discussing with somebody, it's like y'all really need to be blaming Brianna, because Brianna used to be going over to them other areas on troll pages and shit, and then brought them over here. And I say the only reason Brianna got away with it and not chastised for opening the motherfucking portal was because she would always do it from an angle of relationship. Oh, this guy, oh he, oh I, that flirtatious male woman shit gives people a pass because it doesn't come on the same grounds of having an invasion of people. Because you go with, oh, these are these straight men who are here, and I found them and I invited them to my channel, and right. So then all the other women get invested in it because they see, oh, this straight. You see what I'm saying? That angle has given Brianna a pass, but she's just as equally to blame for this shit as Lemon is. Lemon just put accelerant on this thing and open his doors and openly recruited people to come on over here. And I'm just like, this ain't what this was supposed to be. Like, no, this is of what? Like, this is the antithesis of what U2 wants on their panel. So that's what I got to say about that. But let's get to this motherfucking begging. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like it's just so despicable. And I feel for y'all subscribers and chatters. They be guilting y'all like no other. What's up, Brixton babe? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Like she sat up there and found a way to guilt Audio Pope or make Audio Pope send her $20 because he said something on her panel. Then Malik sent her $10. She said, "Oh, you owe me another 10." I'm like, you greedy hippo. It's just like, damn, like you feel entitled to other people's money. It's more about the delivery and the message more than anything. It's like, give me this, give me that, give me this. And I bet you, once January hit, Brianna ain't gonna be nowhere to be found. She's just here for the holiday money. She don't give a damn. She told you she don't give a damn about y'all. She just said, "Oh, I'm here because the holiday money." Nah, nah. And I'm just like, y'all just like, I don't know. And that's been with me. Y'all know, like I've been very hesitant to ask for anything because I just feel like the way they guilt motherfuckers after they ask and stuff. I just like, I don't even know if I want to ask. You know what I mean? Because it's just like I don't even know if I want to ask. You know what I mean? It's just like the way they just do it. It put a stink on it. It's like I don't even want to. I don't even want to ask for that. And they just tell you, "Oh, give me this, give me that," and it's like, do that tell y'all where it's going? What's up, Dr. Soapy? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. But it's like, they don't even tell you what, give me this, give me that. I'm like, damn. And then Brianna said, "Oh, that's one of my heavy hitters. That's one of my big donors. Oh, if you want this person, now give me another 20." I'm like, girl, you just said the lady was one of your big donors. Do you think she want to sit here and give again? And especially in the way in which you told her to give? Like, I don't know. That's weird. But I mean, and people give, and I'm just like, y'all talk. And like I said, I've been low key not saying asking for nothing because it's just be like, damn, it make you feel even guilty for asking. But the way they ask, they just don't even remember. They don't even acknowledge. This how fucked up it is. If somebody give you some acknowledgement, stop being lazy. Give them some. If they give you $10, then have a clip ready to say thank you for that $10. All they said, "Oh, thank you for the $10," and that's it, and go on with the conversation as if it was a cup of water that they just received. That's always blown my mind how like people just take it for granted that people just get it. They show no. It probably took that person maybe half an hour to get that $10, which is 30 minutes, and you just dismissed that $10 in 3 seconds. Oh, thank you for the 10, and that's it. And they don't bring it up no more during the broadcast. They don't go back and say thank you at the end of the broadcast. I was just like, these are some ungrateful. Woo, these some ungrateful specimens. That's what I would say. Insane. I tell them like my granny said, give me been dead. Yeah, it's just wild. It's wild how entitled they just feel to y'all money. It's just wild. It's just wild. It's mind blowing to me. It really is. Like damn. What's the other thing I want to talk about? Brixton says the entitled begging has been out of control for a little while now. Yeah, entitled unappreciative begging. Like it's just like damn. It just makes you feel even bad not to even want to ask for nothing. On this side, that's how I feel. Like damn, these motherfuckers sitting up here oof, just bold with it. Bold with it. What's the other thing I want to talk about? Last thing I just want to talk about, just like how we just like y'all just it ain't even the B sector no more. It ain't even the B sector no more. That's how I feel. It ain't the B sector no more. It's whatever sector y'all want to say. Because the B sector it comprised of entertainment, fun, uh, innovativeness, creativity. Not what I'm seeing now. Ain't nobody doing no creativity shit. The only thing that's creativity is y'all put on a cooking challenge. They can't even do that. Like that's I don't know. That's just wild to me. That's just wild. I don't know. The lack of creation. I mean, y'all can go Halloween. This is the Halloween contest, water contest, cooking challenge. That's it. And repeat. That's it. Cooking challenge, costume contest, tree challenge. That's it. Ain't nobody doing nothing no more. Ain't nobody. People used to come on here and do parodies of each other. They can't even do that. Because that talent gone. That talent's gone. I don't know. I guess I don't know. It's a panel society, I guess. I don't know. Mm. And then you child. Listen, a motherfucker start a banner challenge 2 months before Christmas so that he could go fund his homecoming and now go fund to see his dada. Did y'all see the scale? Took all the money that for the challenge, went to go see his dada, and they had no clothes to go see his dada. So he had to scan the money so he could go to the Burlington Coat Factory and wherever, Ross and Marshalls and TJ Maxx. Shame, shame. It's just shame. And then they said, oh, if the people didn't want to get, they had to. You switched it up to 50%. Now it's gonna be 80%. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's insane. Mm-hmm. What you say, Brixton? It's not even funny anymore. The comedic aspect of the sector is almost gone. Yeah, because they don't know how to be comedic. They think comedy is being vile. They don't even know what comedy is. You know what I mean? And slowly and surely, it ain't gonna be taking pages. You know, yeah, they're gonna be taking pages. They're gonna be taking pages just on what's said alone, which is crazy. Because what happened to freedom of speech? With I went on Gemini the other day, and now they trying to limit what you can do, and that's gonna be fucked up. That's gonna be the limitation of AI. Is that if I say form this for me, and it has a adjective or a word that they deem that's negative in nature, that may mess up the whole creation of what I want to create on AI. So AI's got a long way to go. Got a long way to go in terms of its interpretation and understanding of feelings and shit like that. But I could definitely see AI just swiping these pages. They feel that there's too much yelling and there's trigger words during that yelling. Bloop, 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 bloop. Take it. Just take the page. That's what they're gonna do. That's what I feel. Because it's just they ain't got that time. And I already told you, I feel like people's old pages came back because whatever check that they're using now using AI, those pages maybe past that check. I don't know. But why would YouTube re allow such changes to come back, which were in violation, unless they feel like they did something that was wrong in the past? So yeah. But that's all I got to say, y'all. Like I said, I'm feeling 50-50 right now because of that situation that transpired today. Um, this is not me being pompous. I know I'm an attractive man. I Hold on. My trainers hit me up right now. Hold on. We gotta get our workout schedule straight. Okay. I know I'm an attractive man, but please, if you want to touch this specimen, you have to ask first. Okay. All right. Don't sit. You're not supposed to sit up here and grab people dicks and shit. Like and I know some dudes that would have, I don't know, monkey stomped his ass. Like I honestly feel like what they call those games. You want to play stupid games, you go get stupid prizes. And that game here he played today definitely would have got him a stupid prize and probably would have sent his ass to the ambulance if he did it to the wrong person. Because let me tell you something, on the other court, there were nothing but brothers over there. There was nothing but hood brothers over there. And if he and I, well, I ain't gonna say that because he knew he was gonna try that shit with them. So yeah. Brixton, do I have to tell the story again? Hold on. So Brixton, I was sexually assaulted today. Okay, by this man that we had on the screen who looked like this man. It's not this man, but that's the best picture I could give you of the man that grabbed my dick today at the gym while we were playing basketball. So the first time it happened, I was going to get a rebound, and he slipped his hand. He reached back and grabbed my dick. I was like, "What?" I said, "What?" So I saw. At first, I thought it was an accident. You know, sometimes shit happens. You know, somebody accidentally put their hand, but then he did the motherfucker again, and I backed up. And when I backed up, I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" In my mind, because I'm thinking of how I'm gonna handle him, and he gonna catch a elbow to the head, or I'm gonna jack him up on these bleachers. Should I push him with two hands shoved? What the fuck should I do? But I had to look and realize something just came over me and said, the optics of the situation ain't gonna be in your favor. You got this old you gonna be putting your hands. Well, he already put his hands on me. But I feel like you're gonna be putting your hands on this old ass man, and it ain't gonna look right. It ain't gonna look right. Whatever happens, people gonna see the reaction and not the initial interaction. So yeah, I was like, I felt how Terry Crews felt. I felt how Terry Crews felt at that time because when that man grabbed Terry Crews could have mollywopped his ass, but what? People gonna see Terry Crews beating up that man, not what that man did to him. Now, although they have cameras, I say, who knows what angle the cameras are, but he did it so sly and so subtle that would the cameras have picked it up, would have been in a blind spot of the camera. And now I got myself in a whole motherfucking legal situation. Because of course he gonna sit up here and deny it. He'll be like, "Yeah, I grabbed his dick because I want." No, he ain't gonna say that shit. So I just, but I tell you this though, I had to. If it had been a YN or somebody younger in age, if he would have been a middle aged adult, he definitely would have got them hands today. He definitely would have got jacked up. But me jacking up a senior citizen, how that look? How that look? I'm gonna be the loser, and he gonna got what he wanted. The cop, the feel of black man's dick, and have him whisked away in the police car at the same time. I said not the motherfucking day. But Brixton, I guarantee you, if I see him again and he do that shit again, oh, it's gonna be on and popping. It's gonna be on and popping. Cause first, like I said, I'm gonna let the gym know, and then if he do it again, oh, okay, his ass gonna be to the floor. Okay. So that's what I gotta say. Brixton, we gonna be going Zoom after this live. So if you want to join us or anybody else in the platinum chat, feel free. If one of the Zoom mates can sit up there and drop the link in the chat so I can be referencing the most recent Zoom link, please. Um, please drop the link in not this chat. Not this chat, the other chat. Because I'll be going over there, so we need to go to the most recent Zoom link. So, what's up, Angela White? How you doing? Good to see. No, I understand. I no, you read right. So yeah. So, but I understand how what's his name Terry Crews felt in that situation. Because peace and freedom is paramount. Nah, I would never joke about something like that. I wouldn't joke about nothing like that. Not like that, because I know there's too many victims of SA, so I don't play with shit like that. But I just like, Brixton, just to sum it up for you, I felt like violated. I felt at that moment, I felt a point of weakness. I felt like my aura shifted. My aura had really, so I could understand what sexual assault victims go through because my aura shifted. I felt violated. I really did. I felt violated. I felt like, I don't know. I felt like an emotion that I never wanted to feel like in my life because I was just like, You touch me in a space that you should never be touching me. Why the fuck? Child, we can go on about this on and on, but that's crazy. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Hopefully, y'all been thoroughly entertained, thoroughly educated. Um, About real world news. I know y'all see that Rump is over there trying to intimidate Venezuela, and Rump is using drugs as the course of why he's doing that, but it's not about drugs. It's all about oil. And Venezuela, if you want to look it up, has the largest oil reserve in the world. I thought it was Saudi Arabia. I thought it was Egypt, but actually it is Venezuela. And I think it's all about oil, to be honest. It's all about oil. We need power for these data centers. And I think he's honing in on that. He said he's restricted all air travel in Venezuela. So that means ain't nobody flying in Venezuela. Ain't nobody taking an airplane in Venezuela. Because he said that right now ain't no that think about that. That's some gangster ass shit though. If you can sit up there and say you're not even in that country, you put out a message saying there is we control the airspace. Damn. And they comply, all the airlines comply, and you don't even run that country, man, that's some gangster shit right there. It ain't nobody flying in the air. It ain't funny, but it just makes you think how powerful that the US is, that countries that not even like those airlines didn't have to obey, but they obey. Ain't nobody flying in the airspace. And you shutting that down from a country that's not even from another country, you telling the people you better not fly in their own country's airspace. Woo, that's crazy. Nigeria and Trinidad too. He needs to go. He's trying to get them that gold and that rare earth mineral stuff, because that's key. Whoever gets that rare earth mineral and whoever gets that gold is going to be the next superpower. So that's what all that is about. That is what all that about. It's not about humanitarianism, and it's not about dictatorship. It's not about human rights. It's about the minerals. That's what they're trying to get. So, all right, y'all. I'm out of here. Um, Talk to y'all soon. People in the platinum chat, I will be over in Zoom in a minute. All right, y'all have a great remainder of the Sunday. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Sir King. Canvas. Sir King. Sir King. Sir King. Sir King.
Talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.